What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm sorry if there's a bit of echo, but this Airbnb I'm in, it's a little bit empty. It's a little bit messy. I will show you guys, but I'm still traveling in Italy. If you don't follow the small players, big games Instagram, make sure you follow it. I'll leave the description down below so you can keep up with it with me, what I'm doing. I'm usually always traveling. You know, with the COVID restrictions, it's getting a little bit harder. I had booked actually a flight to Amsterdam and tonight, so I was gonna fly, no, sorry, tomorrow. Today is August 8th. I was gonna fly August 9th, Monday, and I was gonna spend the week in Amsterdam, but I can't because they reached back to me, the place that I booked it with, and they said something happened in the building, so I can't stay there. I was staying in some like boutique something apartments. It's like some special apartments that they made like real luxury, real nice, and I was supposed to go there. So you know, I was like, you know, that's probably means I should not go to Amsterdam, so I'm gonna fly up to north of Italy. I'm gonna go to Lake Como. I posted on my Instagram where I should go. A lot of people were staying a bit of everywhere. I ended up choosing Lake Como. I picked Amsterdam because a lot of people were telling me to Amsterdam. I had been there one time before and I really enjoyed it. I was there for only a week, so I wanted to go again. But I was like, you know what, if it got cancelled behind my, you know, the something happened, I probably should not go. So I'm going to go to Lake Como. Actually, I'm Italian. I've never been to Lake Como, so I was like, it's a perfect time for me to go. And yeah, that's kind of what I've been up to. I missed last week's video, so I apologize to everybody. But in this week's video, we'll go over some charts as well. And I think, you know, that me hitting the AMD, we hit, if you follow the channel, we hit AMD real clean, real at the bottom, and we've been doing really good on that play. And if you like this video, if you want to watch more videos like this, make sure you hit the subscribe button, leave a like, comment down below what you guys want to see next. And if you want to trade with me live every single day, even when I'm traveling, people ask me, well, Antonio, what do you like to day trade? Because I'm traveling everywhere and I still get to day trade from anywhere in the world. Like, you know, people don't know. I'm here, I'm there. I've been traveling this whole time and I'm still day trading. I'm still in the Discord community. I'm still in our chat. I'm still giving out plays. I'm still, you know, analyzing stocks, trading with the team. If you want to be part of that, make sure you hit the link in below to join our premium Discord community. The first stock that we're going to talk about is ticker symbol GRWG, aka Grow Generation Corp. And this is another one of the symbols that has a ER coming up. And we've been having a lot of ERs. Last week we had a lot of tech ERs. And it's going to be a lot of smaller cap ERs coming up this week. We have Blink, we have Neo, we have Greg, we have the almighty AMC on Monday. So we have still a lot of earnings. It's going to be a big week. And this is another one of the stocks that August 12th is going to have an ER. And I believe that's the Wednesday or Thursday. That's Thursday. So it's something we got to keep in mind. And as you guys can see, I charted this up before. And you know, I charted out this before, and it's on one of our places on our weekly newsletter. We nailed this breakout right here into a retest of the breakout to lead up to a higher high. But now it's been kind of tanking since then. You know, it took a bit of beating with all of the growth stocks, a little bit back on a lot of the stocks that are on the Russell 2000s, and it's been making this ascending triangle. So it's something that really interests me in. It's also because it has bounced where it really should have bounced, which was this previous really strong resistance break where it had this really massive run here, broke out of it, and this, ever since then this has been a really strong support. As we can see, it tested once here, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, and now we got that 5th bounce. And this 5th bounce has been making these higher lows here on the daily time frame, of course, we're in. So what I'm looking at is maybe tomorrow to have another day to maybe, you know, confirm this uptrending support, and then to finally have this breakout. It's also just closed, or it just got kind of right on the 50 EMA, which is also another good indication. Breaking at strong EMA 50 will give an indication that, you know, it's looking to make a to break out of this triangle right here, and you know, to kind of push forward and have some good momentum behind it. It will be a lot of it, you know, might be a run up just to the ER, or be continuation past the ER. We gotta keep that always in mind. And so what I'm looking at, an entry would be a breakout right about this support level, or resistance level, sorry, which would be 43.03. And the first profit target I would be looking at for this kind of play would be right around here. This first resistance level here, which would be 46, pretty much for 591. Zoom out a little bit, you know, clean it up, make sure maybe you can lower this to 45.50. Really right above this kind of zone right here. There's been a lot of choppiness and a lot of resistance right up here. Above that, I think you can push a lot higher. It really doesn't have resistance again until more up here. Kind of had this last spike here at 52, 51.80. You can even, you know, bring this down to 51 right above here. As you can see, every time you spike, kind of right there, get rejected multiple times, once, twice, 3 times right here. A little candle in with a small head and shoulder pattern here, and this past time on the last spike. So it's a pretty simple play. Looking for a breakout. You know, if you look for the volume, you know, strong breakout with volume is always more better than it's a breakout without volume, and as you guys can see, it's kind of been raising this volume right here. If you look at it, the volume has been going up as it's been making these higher lows. So making higher highs, higher lows, getting rejected on this resistance level, and one or the other is going to have to give. This is supposed to be a bullish pattern, so it's going to have to break above it. If it doesn't break above it, we just don't trade a pattern, because the patterns are there to give us the entry, right? Just because you see a pattern doesn't mean it has to execute. It can easily not execute, and it can easily not go our favor. So if that happens, we just bail. We don't even enter. Once you get this breakout, that's your entry. If you want to be even safer, you can have the breakout, wait for the retest, kind of we had seen here when we had this retest here, and then spec before, if that is when you want to be safer. But if you enter the breakout on this scanner here, as you can see, you have 2 green days, and a third on the second day, or really the third day of the breakout, you would have had this resistance where you're taking profits before this little dip. So that's the play that I'm looking for on ticker symbol GRWG. And as always, let me know in the comments down below. What you can this play? What's something you're gonna add to your watch list? What are you gonna add to your watch list? I'm always interested on what you guys are talking about. Next is, let's talk about ticker symbol BYND, ticker symbol Beyond. This is one of those plays that had earning on the 5th of August. They actually missed earning by 35%, and even if you missed earning, it was still pretty bullish, as the next day had a really strong day. So what do I like about ticker symbol Beyond? Well, the main thing that I like from ticker symbol Beyond is that the earnings caused a positive catalyst. Usually when you had earnings, they might be a quick reaction to the stock, giving a pretty strong sentiment towards one side or the other. And even more importantly, I like that it bounced exactly where it should have bounced. So this was a previous resistance. We had a small gap here that, as you can see, got filled. Even it broke below it, and we had this gap fill. That's pretty much as low as the stock has gotten since the last COVID crash. But as you guys can see, this is a great buy opportunity back. I don't know what the heck I just did right now. Alright, so we had this gap fill. Now that we don't have to worry about this, let's worry about the support zone. And this is a really strong support zone. If you have not traded this ticker symbol, you don't know that it has bounced on it once, 2, 3, 4, and 5 times. It did break below it, and that break was filled just to fill the gap on the downside. It does have a tiny little gap here also as well, but I wouldn't be worried about that too much. I'll be worrying about that it has bounced on the support, and as you guys can notice, every time it's bounced on the support, it had a pretty big uptrend after that. As you can see here, it bounced, hit the support, nice uptrend from from 112 as its lowest all the way up to 145, all the way from 114 all the way up to this massive round to 220. Bounced on it, once ran back above it all the way up to 160. So I'll be looking for continuation above this. Something I'll be worrying about is the 50 EMA will be my first one, my first profit target right above here, and also this resistance zone about this resistance zone that's right about here. But also my first resistance zone will be 130, 120. Look for continuation. This is a play that looks good to already get in. You don't want to look at price action on Monday to get in for a short-term to medium-term swing trade. And of course, this is just to find the place. You use the daily, the weekly time frame, and you execute this on the price action, the intraday price action. You find your execution, the best time to get in. So you find the place in the larger time frames. You break them down on the smaller time frame to find the execution play. And next, the resistance. If we were to break above that, I'll be looking right above this 145. 145, as you can see, has had multiple resistances above it. 1, 2, this really long one, 3, 4, and we had this little break above it on the 5 here. You can see making multiple patterns showing that it was a very shut up with a head and shoulder here, another small head and shoulder here. And yeah, this ticker symbol Beyond, I really like what it did with the earnings, doing pretty well for them, even if they didn't miss expectation, giving a strong bounce. So I'm looking for this bounce to go take it to the next resistance zone and potentially break it above it to the next resistance zone. As we can see from the past, the best thing about technical analysis is that we can take what happened in the past and best predict the future. Is it going to be 100%? No. But we know that almost every single time, or every single time we hit the support zone, starting from way back in May of 2020, has caused to a pretty strong bounce back, right? So it makes sense. It's like happened 5 times. What's likely the 6th time? Pretty high. So why not take a chance? It makes sense. Your stop loss is right above this green line. Potential profit target all the way to 145, eventually to 160. So I guess, like I mentioned before, always look for the exact entry row intraday. So those are my 2 tickers that I'm looking at. Third ticker symbol will be PEN, and this is a stock that had done pretty well on. They had earnings 5th of August, beating it by 26%. So it's a great strength in the stock, and as you can see, they had earnings caused a really massive rally, a bounce from the way of this bottom all the way to the top, closing a breakout, getting rejected in the 50 EMA, and pretty much retesting this breakout level, which is good because we not fall back in the pattern. If we were to fall back in the pattern, this would be invalidated. But if you ask me, why do I do 50 EMA? Look at this. Got rejected around the 50, around the nose on the 50 EMA. Got rejected around the nose on the 50 EMA. That's why I use these indicators to help you find things like this, guys. And also that's why you draw these lines. Because look, every time you bounce, most of the time it's going to bounce on these lines. Look how many times it's bounced on these lines, these trend lines that you draw out. And you guys can see it's a pennant setup, so we're looking for a breakup of this upside, which we did. And so when it's kind of set up, you look for a move to the upside this way. It gets tighter and tighter as it's kind of slowly going down, and boom, breaks above it. So we seem to have gotten this break here, and with this break, we got that retest. So if Monday this does not go below, I'll be looking for an entry. First profit target could be the 50 EMA. If you feel like it's not enough, depending on your risk reward level, you could wait for this next resistance zone, which will be right about the number 78. As you can see, it used to be a resistance back here, which had turned into support if we move it up just a little bit around right there. So look for that as your first profit target, and eventually, if that goes well, you can keep pushing it above all the way to maybe 95, 96, where is the next pretty much zone to trade in. With the positive earnings, this could be a good catalyst for it to break on the upside. And you want things like this. You want when you look for a place, good positive fundamentals with the combination of the technicals to find the place. So these are 3 plays that I'm looking at. Another play that I'll be looking at is ticker symbol Tesla, and I'm on the smaller time frame because I want to show you guys more up close what's happening with ticker symbol Tesla. I had this rising wedge pattern set up here, so I was looking for a short. Kept getting rejected on this really strong resistance, which will be 720, and will be also this gap that needs to be filled on the larger time frame. It did get this break below it, but it has landed on the support. It's on 698.89 right now. If it's above 700, it looks good to still kind of rebound and try to test this 720 again. If it does not, you could look short all the way down here, which will be on the 670, 660 range on the bottom of this trend line. So just a little update on ticker symbol Tesla. It's a stock that have been doing really well for us, and it's a stock that I've been keeping my eye on. This is my 3 plays for the week. Let me know in the comments down below if you guys are gonna add any plays to your week and whatever plays you guys are gonna trade this week. So maybe I can add some of them to my watch list. And as always, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.